These are all white farmers that are being burned.
President Donald Trump misidentified images of victims from the ongoing war in the Democratic Republic of the Congo during a meeting with South African President Cyril Ramaphosa. Trump confronted Ramaphosa, claiming the persecution of white farmers in South Africa and showing a video compilation and presenting a stack of articles as evidence. Observers were quick to notice that one article displayed for the cameras didn't match up to its description. The article from the American Thinker, a conservative magazine, was titled, "Let's Talk About Africa," which is where tribalism takes you. The image in question was a screenshot of a video published by Reuters on February 3rd, showing humanitarian workers moving the corpses of victims of the fighting between DRC government troops and M23 rebels. The American Thinker article did not claim the images were from South Africa. The confusion likely resulted from the focus on South Africa within the article.
These are burial sites right here. Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers.
Have they told you where that is, Mr. President? No, I'd like to know where that is.
Trump also misidentified a video depicting white crosses lining a road as a burial site. The crosses were a memorial for two white South African farmers who were killed in their home and do not mark graves. The video is from a protest shortly after the murders, and today the crosses are no longer displayed on the road.
All right, so this is the problem that we have today. We have so much data, we can't discern between data that is AI generated to data that's far right, far left, foreign actors that are putting things into the feed for Americans to react to. We have all of that, but you have to use a certain level of common sense. You have to use a certain level of critical thinking. And the unfortunate part is that the powers that be, the people at the very top, don't want you to have critical thinking. They want you to just react to whatever they put out in a 10, 20-second soundbite. And you just can't do that. And I felt bad for President Ramaphosa to come here in good faith to negotiate with a guy who has a very limited understanding of how government works, how foreign government works, how international banking works. Only thing he knows is how to grift, how to steal, how to lie about things rather than have a good understanding. And what's unfortunate is, and I thought that the last administration was bad, but there were enough people around Trump to tamp down some of his tendency. But now he's gotten older. There's some cognitive displays that don't look correct. We're definitely going to see more of that. I don't think there's not a day that I go by that I see a video. I saw the majority speaker there, that clown Johnson, Mike Johnson, stop him from walking right into a column after a presser in the hallway of the Capitol. So we got issues because we have somebody that has a team that's all yes men, and they're not very intellectually sound, and the people that are behind them, like your billionaires like Elon Musk and Peter Thiel and several others. You know, Sheldon Adelson's wife there, Miriam, I think it's Miriam Adelson, that has put in a lot of money for this guy to just be a blade of stupidity against the normal norms of our country. You put Vince McMahon's wife as the head of the Department of Education, and you say you want to destroy it, what you're talking about is destroying critical thinking. It's happening right in the state of Texas as well, with a bill that will basically defund public schools. And you don't want people to know about the true history of the United States, because the real history of the United States is ugly, and it's filled with death and destruction at every turn in every decade. There's not a decade that goes by from the outset of the colonies to today where people are not dying. And it's this group of individuals that want this to happen. And the really sad part about it is, for me personally, is I'm a person that's voted Democrat my whole life, and I'm in my 60s, and I know for a fact that a man that wanted to try to help America and do the right thing and also be a real force for democracy overseas by pulling back on all this fighting and war was Bernard Sanders. And what did the Democratic Party do? They stabbed him in the back, not once, in 2016 when they put Hillary Clinton. And for you not to have an understanding of how much nearly all types of people across all political spectrums dislike the Clintons, that you would put this person forward was an untenable candidate. But you did it anyway because you didn't want to put a guy like Bernie Sanders and actually build a robust system here in terms of building up Social Security, taking care of Medicaid, pulling back on all these wars. You want to get a budget, you want to save money, you don't add another $3 trillion to the deficit to give more to people that already have. And everyone knows the old phrase, you're only as strong as your weakest link. And if you keep making your weakest link weaker and weaker and weaker, the whole system has a tendency to fall apart. You know, a rich person flies into the city of any city in a private jet. Guess what? The workers that are there are paying into Social Security. They're refueling your jet. They're taking your luggage off. The driver that comes up onto the tarmac to take you to your hotel, and the hotel workers, and the person that's the concierge, all these people make it possible for you to live the life that you live. And yet, when it comes to our politicians and our policies and our way of doing things, it's always about feeding the rich. And if we don't reverse this and immediately and right now, we're going to see the complete collapse of America, of the United States, and of the country that I know I love, and I love the people in it. I just don't like these clowns at the top who don't do the right thing. So, write your congressman, write your representative, and put your foot in their ass, not literally, but, you know, in writing. Let's try to change this if we can. So you get a chance to check out this full video with Trump just talking crazy to a foreign dignitary. Deuces.